everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Bryony and I am one half of the Indecisive Readers. Today I am here with my February TBR. If you missed it last month, I did actually start a TBR game. It is TBR Twister, name pending. I filmed 6 roles and I get prompts from them. I get a format I'm meant to read them in, and then I will come back and give you books for them. I pre-filmed all of my roles a couple of weeks ago. I filmed a few months worth of roles just because I was able to, and so you will see me change outfit and then return to that outfit next month. But yeah, I'm just going to get in and explain them. A couple of things before I do. The rules will generally be the same. I will roll 6 things, I will get 6 prompts, and I will try and match up a book to that prompt. However, if I don't have a book that necessarily fits, or a book that I really want to read or really need to read, I am able to change that. What I'm going to do is kind of make a note of every time I stray from the format. So I will always try and stick to the prompt, but if it's like a prompt, well, I'll probably explain with an example as we go along. But this month I have a hyped book, or a book I don't know why it sold well. It was meant to be an ebook, but I wasn't getting through it as an ebook, so I listened to the audiobook. So I'm making notes of things like that. So I'll probably need a punishment for that, so if you want to suggest some to me, but yeah, we'll just get on and do the roles. Right, left hand green. The first prompt is author of colour. So the first role I had was an author of colour, and it was for a physical book. For this I have 3 potentials. I have first Reaper of Souls by Rena Barron. This comes out in February, so I may not get to it because I may read another one first, but I would quite like to read it because it is the sequel to The Kingdom of Souls, which I read in December, and I would just quite like to read it whilst it's still vaguely in my head. I know I have forgotten a lot of details, and so I should probably read it soon, and also reading books I get straight away works better for me. The other option I have is the sequel to the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin. I can't remember what it is, but the second one, again, for the same reasons, because I read it in August. Still vaguely remember stuff about it. Probably could do with rereading it, but I'm not going to because otherwise we'll be here forever. And the third option I have is Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. I read the sample of this in December, and then I got the physical book in January when it came out. And I should just read it because it would be a quick read. I think I would get through it eventually. But yeah, I have options. The next is right hand. We haven't had a right hand yet. That's exciting. And again, green. The prompt is LGBTQ+. And the second role I got was LGBTQ+, and that was from the library. Now I have a few books physically on my TBR, which is a bit frustrating, but I did find one that I've wanted to read for a while. That is Dread Nation by Justina Ireland. I believe it focuses on a black bisexual character, and there are zombies. I don't really know a lot more about it. I just know people have rated it well, and I would quite like to explore it. I know Sam would as well, so maybe we should both read it. Right hand yellow. There we go. Someone else chooses. The third prompt I spun and got was Someone Else Chooses, and again from the library. For this I'm going to do The Queen of the Tearlin by Erica Johansson. Someone didn't necessarily choose this, but it is one of the book club picks for Ashley's Patreon, and although I voted for it, it was kind of a collective vote, and so I'm going to count it because I need to read it, and I really want to read it. I wanted to read it for a while, and it works out. Right, oh my god, last time it was all left hand. Right hand red. Person on cover. The next prompt I got was person on the cover and library. This was really hard to find one because all the ones on my immediate TBR I either owned physically, I wanted to read physically, or didn't have people on the cover. However, I have chosen A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas for this. I am hoping to read it physically, but I have put a hold on the ebook and the audiobook because I know what I'm like, but I don't really want to listen to the audiobook because I know it gets a little bit sexy and I don't want someone walking in whilst I'm potentially listening to chapter 55. But I do have the ebook as well, so like that would work out. I think my library edition has the like new covers, which doesn't have a person, but the physical one I have does, so we're gonna go with it. Oh, it's hurting. Oh my god. Nothing but library books. I know this library book. Less than 100 pages. The next prompt I then had was less than 100 pages from the library. I thought this was going to be a tricky one because how do you know if it's 100 pages when you only have ebooks and audiobooks? But I did discover one that was 98 pages and we're going to go with it. And that is Binti by Nnedi Okorafor. I don't really know what this is about. I think it's kind of a sci-fi thing. Maybe it's that Afrofuturism. I don't really know. Have heard people say good things about it and I can't remember if I'm listening or reading it, but both options are there and so I will read it in some capacity. Oh my god, have we got Cat running in? Hi Cat. Where's she going? Come on, something else, something else, something else. Oh god. Oh. Ah. Oh no. I really want to get it over there, but I don't think it's going to work. I hope that counts. Right, then contemporary. The final roll I got, the final spin I got was contemporary and an audiobook. For this I'm going to steal an audiobook of Sam because he does have a few contemporaries. I'm going to read Boyfriend Material by Alexis Hall. He has recommended this to me a few times. We started listening to the audiobook last time we were together, but I fell asleep. So yeah, let's finally get to it. It will work out quite well in February because romance, and it is a romance and it's a fake dating romance, which I am interested in. I have reasons why I'm interested in, but we will get to those maybe in February. Who knows when I will announce. I also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more books I would quite like to get to. Once again, the TBR gods were not necessarily nice to me. Although they have made me read ones that like I need to read. But just maybe, I don't know. Right, the first one is kind of one of two, which I've put both on here, but I don't believe I will get to both of them. And that is From Blood and Ash and the Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I think this is on my 21 books I want to read in 2021. I really want to try From Blood and Ash because everyone's raving about it recently. I think a new one is coming out soon and a fourth one is coming out in the future. And they were available and they're a bit romancy. When I say a bit romancy, I think they're a lot romancy. I'm a little bit frightened. And we're going to try them. I think they're a bit fantasy as well. I have people I talk to who recommend them. And you know what? Last year I just tried to read romances and make myself uncomfortable. Let's do the sexy romances this year. The next book I have that I need to read is Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. I brought this in October, November, have wanted to read it since it came out in September. Ashley recommended it to me and I really enjoyed the author's previous work, The 10,000 Doors of January, and so I've been wanting to read this since it was released, since it was announced. It's a suffragist, feminist, witchy thing. Don't really know a lot more than that. Sounds really interesting, and it is Tori who runs a bookie castle, their kind of monthly pick, and I would like to get to it because people are saying it's good and I need to read it. The next book I have is also for a book club read, and that is The Twisted Tree by Rachel Birch. This is the Myth Take read for January and February. It should be turning up soon. It was ordered last week. I will read it at some point, I hope, but yeah, I definitely need to include it. I think it is based or has elements of Norse mythology and it's kind of a bit creepy. There's a girl who can read memories from material, I think, but I may be making that up. Very much looking forward to reading it and can't fit it on my TBR. So the final two books I have are both arcs. I think they're the only arcs I have Yes, they are. Hopefully, anyway. I read the arcs that are due at the start of February in January. But that puts a lot of faith in my reading. The first one is Madam by Phoebe Wynne. I have this through NetGalley. I don't really know what it's about, to be honest. I requested it when it was like read now, and I was like, yes, I'll read now, and now I've got lots to read, and now I wish I didn't need to read it now, but we're gonna do it because I am stupid and or dedicated. And the final arc I have to read is While Paris Slept by Ruth Druitt. I was sent this kindly by the publishers over at Headline Books, and it's a historical fiction with a kind of romance to it. Definitely interested in reading it. Not my kind of usual pick, and so I think it'd be interesting to kind of stray away from what I usually read. But I'm slightly worried about all of the books on here because I know that some of them are probably going to get knocked back because I have not read a lot of ebooks in January, nor have I read a lot of physical books. I've just been reading audiobooks, so we will see. But yes, that is my February TBR. The TBR game gods were not particularly kind, but they were alright. I think just giving me a 100-page book was quite nice. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Let me know if you've got any punishments, because like I said, I do need some, or I need a suggestion for what I need to do when I have to change the format, whether I count it up, and if I change the format more than like 10 times I get a punishment. And I just know in advance, in a couple of months, I will be falling over, so I need a punishment for that. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, stick around because I've got some exciting videos coming up, and I will be vlogging myself reading all of these books because I have opinions on romance and we might as well capture them. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in another one.